So hello everyone, today we are going to look into A/B testing, what exactly it is, why do we need it, and how we can actually implement it on our products. So let's get started. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Nitish Kumar and I'm in the process of designing user interfaces for SaaS-based applications and e-commerce products. In the previous years, we created significant products like multi-vendor marketplace, and actually it's the biggest hit in the previous years. And recently we have just came up with a product called UVDesk that is basically a help desk system. So whenever we just develop a product, we think, okay, this is gonna rock with our audience. But many times we do fail. But it doesn't mean like the product had many problems. The simple reason is the product may have few pitfalls as according to the audience. So today we are going to talk about A/B testing, and A/B testing is just a way how you can improve your products. Like we have improved our products, multi-vendor marketplace, Mobicool, UVDesk, using this insight. So let's get into it. What is A/B testing? Let me give you a personal example of mine. In the previous days, I was using my cellular data to just surf the internet, download the videos, and watching YouTube. And I found that it was quite expensive to me. So what I did, I just thought, let's have a check with the broadband connection. And I started using broadband connection. And I found, okay, this is something very cheaper as compared to that. And now I am completely switched to the broadband connection. So the reason is simple. I have just tested it out, which one is a better choice for me. And now I'm using the broadband one. Same goes for the product. Let's say you have created a product, your developer has just developed it up. But seriously, does a user or your audience is happy with it? Might be not. So A/B testing is something about this particular section. In A/B testing, we create set of pages of the original page, and then we test and compare which of the page is doing fine for us. And every other big brand, ranging from Magento to Google, is relying upon A/B testing. So let's look into it more. Okay, I guess everybody has just seen this ever. Okay, just give me a reply. Have you seen it or not? You have seen it, I hope. Nowadays, the Google shows result like as it is shown in the case B. But previously, if anybody has just observed, it appeared like case A. The ad appeared with the yellow label. And recently, Google has just changed it to the green. And it was not like a decision that Google thought, okay, we need to implement it, and Google did it. Because it seriously had a mass effect over tons of the vendors, tons of the people who uses services like Google AdWords. So what Google actually did, they created a variant of this particular case, that is case B, and they have just set a geolocation, like in Africa, the case A will be shown, in India, the case B will be shown, and finally they have concluded the case B is doing fine, right? So that's why they have just redesigned it and finalized the case B. And apart from this, from my personal opinion, the case A ones look like it is a warning, while the case B looks like, okay, this is something related to growth or to move on. So the case B might have did better, might be from this point of view. Why you actually need to A/B test your products? You need to A/B test your products to enhance them, to enhance your conversions, and obviously it's gonna ultimately increase your sales and revenues. There are a few terms which are related to A/B testing. The very first one which comes into being is control page. Actually, a control page is a page which is tested, right? Second one is a variation. A variation is a version of that control page, and we just create a variation of a control page by making subtle or small changes to some specific elements. Third one is a page view. Whenever any of your customer, any of your user look at your page, it is counted as a page view. And if seriously a user click on that particular button that you wish him to click upon, is called a conversion. Let's say if somebody lands on your e-commerce product page that's a page view, and if he clicks over the add to cart button, that's going to be the conversion. Right? That's something we seriously dream of. And fifth one is a case. The entire process of creating a variation of a control page and serving it to the client, then tracking its conversion is called case. And we create set of cases and then we just test among these cases which particular case is doing fine. And sixth one is an element. We will talk about this later. An element are something on which we make changes upon. Okay, Google search result case. One day I just entered Webcool office and I just searched Google. I just Googled Webcool. And I found this particular view, case A. But after some days when I just Googled again the keyword Webcool, the layout appeared like case B. And I am currently thinking that might be Google is A/B testing their search results. Right? Because might be material design is out there from 1 year and Google Cards is one of the most prominent factor we are seeing everywhere on the web, ranging from YouTube to Google Inbox, Gmail. So currently they are testing upon both the cases, case A and case B. You will hardly find the case A in your results. I just Google from every other IP I can, but seriously I always had the result case B. But might be in the upcoming future, if they will have a better conversion for case A, they may see results in this particular format instead of case B. How to A/B test? First of all, you create a variation of the control page. Second, you just determine how exact traffic do you want to serve to each particular variation. Third, you track your conversions over page views, and then I already said this entire process is considered as a case, and different cases are created and they are compared, and then we finalize one of them as the next generation control page. Okay, here's an example. Magento is a bulk mailing system. Even we do use it. I just observed the pattern in the Magento. Whenever I just log into the app and I just log out, they will land you every other time on every different page. And here are a few examples that I have snapped for you people. This is a case A. The very first time when I just logged out, I was redirected to this confirmation page, and they are promoting some of their e-commerce kind of product. And similarly in the case B, they have again promoted the same product but with two different layouts. In the next case, they are just promoting their mobile application for iOS and Android. So that's how A/B testing is beneficial. They are tracking over these four pages, like which page is actually doing fine from the user point of view, and might be tomorrow they'll fix one of them as the confirmation page, right? The one which will have less page views over more conversions. So we have just discussed before, like A/B testing elements. These are the elements on which we just make some subtle changes and then we track like what impact did it have on our page view over conversions. The very first one is headings or tagline. Let me give you an example. If anybody here knows Webcool from last 3-4 years, previously we had tagline plugins for every need. But now whenever you will just go to webcool.com, you will see hook for enterprise businesses. So basically what we did, we performed a small A/B test on the tagline and heading section, and we luckily found that hook for enterprise businesses was helping us for the more conversion rate. So we just finalized it. Second one is a call to action. If you just go to any website, obviously on the home page you will see a button nowadays. So that button is basically a call to action, like the website itself is asking you to do something. Okay, so that's a call to action, and you can test things like what exactly the label of the button is. Like somebody says, click me, some says, visit the store, some says, buy now. So that's how you can test over the call to action. And even color plays a vital role in the call to action. You can play a big role with color. Third one is a form. Few people says your form must have labels, few people say your form shouldn't have labels, some says your form must have placeholders, some says no, you shouldn't have it. But actually, I think all of these are assumptions. But exactly what the thing is, you must test your product to find out what exactly works for you. Fourth one is an image. We can test images like You can put grayscale images, you might put some illustrations, you might put some real facing people of your organization, might be of the products. Fifth one is a video. Okay, I guess all of you people use YouTube. Previously what YouTube did, whenever you will just watch some of the video and you will observe that the next video is autoplayed. But tons of the time it didn't happen. And that the reason is simple, because they were testing it out, like will autoplay will be a better feature for the user or not. So that's how you can just A/B test your video session. Let's say if you will go to webtool.com, you will find a video running in the background. Might be some person is using our website or opening our website or visiting it on a mobile. So might be it won't be beneficial on the mobile, because a video is actually a high sized file. So you can just test it out. Seriously, do you need to put that or not? Sixth one is the color. It has been found that if you are going to change color of your website or buttons or something, you will have some positive or might be negative results. Okay, let's talk about the statistics. Might be you won't believe me what I am saying about. And the source from these statistics comes from the very popular online blog, that is Smashing Magazine, and the Unbounce itself. It has been found that if your site has the call to action buttons in green or red color, they'll show better conversions. Might be it is totally false. Let's say if your site exists in the pink color. Seriously, is red gonna work? No, it's not. Second one is the two magical words, it's free, gonna uplift your sales by 28%. Seriously, if you're gonna order a burger from the McD and they say, okay, it's free, and what free is McFries, so still you place an order, okay, I'm getting it. Third one is free 30 days trial. Okay, let me share insight from the UV Desk. UV Desk is actually a helpdesk system, I already talked about it, and it's a SaaS-based application. Like people comes in, they sign up for the service for 30-40 days, and the process goes like this. So we do over 30 days trial period for that particular product. But in the initial time, what we did, we labeled the sign up button, right? Okay, the free pack for 30 days and just sign up. But it wasn't doing that well. Then one day what we did, we changed the label of that button to sign up - free 30 days trial. And seriously, it uplifted the sales. Seriously. In the e-commerce part, single page checkout beats the multi-page checkout. Nowadays, the web is getting modern and cards are coming up. So multiple page checkout is being seen on different sites. But actually, the single page checkout system beats it, as it has been tested over several sites. What we can test? We can test everything that is available on the web. The very first thing which we can test is the lead page. The home page of your site might be the product you are promoting. Second one is the e-commerce page, product page, category page, whatever you can think of. Third one is the confirmation page, like we have already talked about the Magento example. Fourth one is the newsletter. Whenever you will just send any of the, might be all of you have received a newsletter from Magento MeetUp, and we have actually A/B tested over that part as well, so we can do it. Okay, actually I was reading a book before 3-4 months and it was seriously great. Like, whatever the sites or products you create, how exactly a user is feeling about that product, how the whole process goes on. So I'm going to just explain a bit about it, and seriously, if you are curious about building a great product, you must go through the book. It's seriously one of the tremendous books that I have read. So the very first thing which comes in is a trigger. Trigger comes in two forms, external and internal. Trigger is something that initiates any of the process in the web or the mobile app. The very first one is external trigger. External trigger is actually an initiator which initiates the entire process. Let's say you have an app on your phone. Let's say it's a Myntra, and suddenly you get a push notification like 30% off on men's t-shirt. So what you will do, you will click on it, right? Or might be you will have email newsletter like Magento MeetUp is going to happen on 15th of October at Webco. Again, it's a trigger. You will click on it and you will go on the page, right? So this is the external trigger. Once you are landed on the exact product page or anything, you will not like, let's say if I had a notification for the Milka, 30% off on t-shirts, and I clicked on it, the page opened, it's not going to be like this, I'll just buy that particular stuff. I'll just surf a bit, I'll look into some more similar products, and then I will finalize something, right? So whatever the links I'm going to click on that third-party application or a web page are considered as internal triggers. Second which comes in is an action. An action is something which a user generally do when he is landed upon your product. Let's take an example of Facebook. Let's say I had a notification, a Gmail notification, like somebody commented on your post. What I will do, I'll click on it. So first of all, that is considered as external trigger. Once I landed upon Facebook, I'll read that comment, but it's not going to be closed obviously. What I will do, I'll check some of my feed, or might be I'll go to check some of my friends' feed. So if I will click anywhere on the Facebook, that's going to be treated as internal trigger. And let's say if there is some video and I'm quite interested to look into it and I click on the play button, that's considered as the action. So the primary thing that a user do when he is landed upon your product and going through set of internal pages. Third thing which comes into is the reward. And this is something where we can actually perform A/B testing. Let's talk about the e-commerce point of view. Let's say you are buying a t-shirt from Flipkart, right? And you are just on the product page at the moment right now, and you just put the button add to cart. Obviously, the product, that is t-shirt, is going to be in your cart. That is your action. But let's say when the product is actually added to your cart and you have a notification, okay, shipping is free. That is something what we call reward, right? Might be. Let's talk about some other case. You just click on add to cart and the product has been added to the cart and they have just offered you what we call cross sale. Okay, the people who bought this, they also looked into these set of products. So again, he had a reward. It's a rule. Whenever, like Newton says, every action has equal and opposite reaction. So whenever a user do something, you must do something for it, else he'll go. Simple. So A/B testing, we can perform A/B testing at this particular section, reward. Like you can say, you can create set of variations for the rewards, right? Okay, let's get a video over here. You let's say you want a refrigerator, okay, and I gifted you a set of chocolates. Let's say they are 5, and you just put it into the fridge. Once you open the fridge, they are 5. You eat one. You close the fridge, they are 4. Once you open it again, you will eat. There will be 3. Right? And then you will be bored, okay, I'll have it after some days. Let's put some magic in it. Let's say once you open the fridge, there are 5 chocolates. You close the fridge and you opens it again and it turns into some pudding. Obviously you open and close fridge the entire day. Right? So that's how A/B testing reward works. So you must test over the reward section, and we seriously have tested over this particular parts and it's quite beneficial from sales, customers, everything. And the fourth thing is the investment. Investment seriously doesn't mean capital, that is money. Investment can be time. Let's say if you own the blogging site, there is not going to be any transaction kind of thing. So what people will invest is the time. And social share is just upcoming thing nowadays. Like people say, okay, you will be only reading this article if you will share it out. So that's again an investment kind of thing that user can do. Here is an illustration. I have already talked about this. So just look into it. The very first thing is a trigger, external, internal. Once external trigger is something which initiates the process. A user is landed upon your app. He goes to set up the links, which we are calling internal triggers. Then he performs some action. You will give them some reward, and you can test the A/B test rewards. And if he seriously gets some variable reward, he will put his investment, whether time, capital, money, whatever. Let's take an example. And the source is BW blog, and all the logos, trademarks are owned by those people. It is not our client. Okay, so it is a product page. You get the case A. It is a general page, how an e-commerce page looks like. So what VW people did, they created a variation of this particular page like case B. What they did, they created a sidebar and put all the beneficial information like add to cart, rating, quantity, social share over that. And it has been found that case B uplifted the sales by 10%. Such a big deal. Let's say if you have a turnover of $1 million, it's going to be 1 million plus something. So this is an example and you can look into it. So at last I would like to say A/B test your products today and boom the world. If you have any questions regarding this, I'm all welcome to reply to your questions.